This video will show you how to evaluate a function at a number, and we're going to do it by examples. So for example, if you're given this function, f of x equals 2x squared plus 3, and you need to evaluate it at -4, then what you do is you have to remember that that -4 is just an x value. So this means that x equals -4, and you're going to plug in this -4 everywhere you see an x in the actual function. So here's what you're going to get. 2 times -4 instead of the x. You have to square it because the original x was squared, and then plus 3. And after that, you do have to simplify it by actually carrying out the calculations. The order of operations comes into play here. We need to square first, then multiply. So this is 2 times -4 squared. That's the same as -4 times -4. So it's a positive 16, and then plus 3. Now multiplying 2 times 16, that's 32, and adding 3 to it. 35 is the final result. So the function f evaluated at x equals -4 equals to 35. Let's try a different function. Here's a function g of x, and this function has a square root in it, square root of 2x plus 29. We need to evaluate this function at -2, let's say, g at -2. So once again, x equals -2, and you are going to replace the x in the original function with this value. So you're going to plug it in instead of x in the function. Square root 2 times -2 plus 29. Underneath the square root, we have 2 times -2, that's -4, plus 29. -4 plus 29 is a positive 25. And then the square root of 25 is just 5. No plus or minus here because it is a function. The negative result does not apply. If you put the negative down along with the positive, it's no longer a function, so you cannot do that. Let's try one more time, one more example, and we'll try this function. H of x equals, let's try an absolute value function. 6 absolute value x minus 20 equals, and we're going to do it at x equals 15. So h at 15. 6 absolute value, replace x with 15 minus 20 equals 6. Treat the absolute value bars almost like a parenthesis, so you have to do stuff inside the absolute values first before you can do any other calculations. So 15 minus 20, that's -5. And then the absolute value of -5 is just 5. So overall, it's 6 times 5, which is 30.